for goodness sake. Stationeers. Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome back to... Yes, it is working. Welcome back to Stationeers, a game about stationeering. So, yeah, some small amounts of things changed. You may notice that, for example, my suit may be a bit more damaged than before. I can't remember. There was a small fire. Well, that's not entirely true. There were 3 small fires in this room, which actually did damage this room quite badly. So, I decided that what I needed to do was fix the problem. After all, you can't have fire if there's no oxygen. So, I have vented the entire hotel to vacuum. So now, if I was to have a fire, the fire wouldn't start because there's no oxygen in, well, there's nothing to burn in any of these rooms. But let me give you a tour. So in here we have our lobby area. Out of this door, which hasn't been welded up or anything, so I'm not opening this door, but this will be the vehicle hangar. Got a utility area just down the back, we've seen this one. And that does have a working, not an entirely working airlock out to the outside. That's probably something, the next thing I want to get done today, because yeah, that's definitely going to be the next bit to do. It's not going to be a fully functional airlock, but it is just basically going to take the atmosphere and dump it outside. That's the plan anyway. Moving through, we're going to have a big water tank in here. That's going to be supplied through the ice crusher. And that door is currently not powered. In here, this is the main sort of concourse. I don't know, the area where you basically go up to the next floor. And then we can have like restaurants and food and restaurants and food and rooms and all that sort of thing up here. Eventually, obviously, doors need to go in, but that will open this up to atmosphere, so that will have to be done very, very carefully. And at the back, there would potentially be like, well, a restaurant actually out the back here or something, but obviously there's a door there. I can open it, but I don't want to because that would allow stuff in. And this is currently the captain's quarters one, which was all welded up, I believe. Yes, yeah, it was. This may change a bit, but obviously very carefully, because now I've dumped all the atmosphere out. This is also not working either. It's flashing an error, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm missing. Possibly this doesn't have anywhere to go, so yes, that might be a thing that we kind of need to work out and fix. Potentially it just needs to feed into an oxygen tank here or something, and then that would be fine. In fact, you know what? We are going to be putting an insulated tank in there. Insulated tank insulated, that's the one. And it would just be a small one, and it will go just about there ish, and yeah. So part of the reason why I don't actually have, you know, I used to have like containers here. Yeah, fire. So I lost quite a lot of just sort of my useful stuff. What's that? Oh yeah, those are my logic kit IO kits. This doesn't have a... Oh, the battery's dead. Let me just fix that. And that should be fine. Also burnt out all the cabling, so I had to redo all the cabling because fire. Yeah, no, it's coming together, I guess, slowly. I'm slowly getting a sort of something together that I can start building from. So yes, right. Well, let's get some pipes sorted out. This will be insulated pipes because I'm going to be going outside now. Wait, no, I'm not going to be going outside now. First thing I need to do is grab my active vents, which one of these will be going on here. And we're gonna cut this cable. So this is going to be what I would consider to be a manual airlock. Essentially, the purpose of this will literally be to just dump the atmosphere outside before I open this door. Where is the... I probably threw it in here, didn't I? Yes, of course I did. And that goes in there. Right, fine. That's everything we need there, and I need a passive vent to just kick the atmosphere out of, and now we're going outside. Right. So this is the reason. The atmosphere is now rushing in to fill that vacuum, and that if I open the inner door now, obviously stuff will get in, and we don't want that. So let's move this back a little bit. And put this, and no, here will do. Throw that in there, so I can just tweak this a little. Oh, and we need this now as well. We don't need these actually. Just throw those in there. Yeah, we'll do this and then we'll re-enter via the main room. So how do we want this to go? I think probably bring it around the front. So so just while I'm doing this, so Stationeers will probably return on Wednesday, either that or Minecraft. And the only reason I say Minecraft is because I have restarted playing a pack which is very similar to it's Arcane Engineering, which is kind of similar to Satisfactory, but with a little bit more freedom. I can use blocks to build machines, rather than placing entire machines. It's a Minecraft mod pack. And I've played it before, and it's definitely been on streams before. Yeah. So that's that. So we want to close this door, we want to turn this on, and we want to flick this switch. That's just going to take all of our atmosphere in here and bring us down. Now, the reason why it said nil at that point, there was an old, not necessarily a bug, but it was a known thing where if you, basically a cheap way of reducing the temperature used to be that you just reduce this down to 0. Which didn't make a huge amount of sense because everything, because the walls are hot. The walls are 200 something degrees. So there's still an atmosphere and there's still things that are heating up in here. So they fixed it so that reducing your atmosphere to 0 pascals isn't actually going to do anything about the heat. And this is the challenge that I've sort of got, is that I am trying to learn what I need to do in order to get air conditioners to work so that I can actually cool this room down. Obviously now when I turn this air conditioner on, it's not going to do anything because there's no air in here. I have some terrible ideas of how to rectify this issue. And I think before I do anything, I need to put in a system that seals off this room, because I've had too many fires in here. But I would also like another way of getting back in if I have to leave through this airlock. Obviously what we can't do, because this isn't Mars, is just, close that door and open this one, because that will make fires worse. So there's that little challenge of what to do there. Pulling the gas out of the room could work. In which case I can just use this vent here, set up like that. Any gas enters here, I can pull it out quickly. Really, this needs to be done from. Let's experiment. So if I was to do one important thing before we do anything, is close that door. So that door is closed. Let's also actually, before I do close that door, let's get everything out of the way that I might knock into when I'm running to escape the flames. I will just double thickness this wall so that it's got, it already is. Right. That wall is double thick, and now so is this, just that it's got a little bit more to burn through should everything go horribly wrong here. Not saying it will go horribly wrong, but it probably will go horribly wrong. So what I want to do now is introduce a little bit of oxygen. Right, so, no, before I do any of that, close this door. No, we need in case we need to get out in a hurry, it's out here. I'd have to slam this door and let it burn. It's fine. It'll be fine. Right, that's on. So now, if I grab a little bit of oxide, right. Well, that's interesting. It's not melting. But it's hot in here, and it should be melting. I wonder if that issue isn't actually fixed. Because it should be. I'm going to brave it. I'm going to take it through to here. Flip that on. The pipe, that one needs to be because I can't be bothered to go and find myself a passive vent. And I can just do this one under here with some pipe. Just going to use the insulated stuff again. Okay. Now I've got oxygen coming in. Huh. Yeah, no, maybe it's, well, it's sort of fixed in a way. So I don't really understand what's happened here. So as it stands, I ditched the hot gases, I guess, and it worked. I thought they'd fix that bug, but evidently not. So I've removed the hot gases. Is what the game's saying. I have actually removed the hot gases, and as a result, the temperature isn't actually too bad in here anymore because I've put in ice. Obviously, it's not enough. You know, we need to add more. A lot more. Certainly, I don't need to, because the temperature is now sort of reset. I don't necessarily need to crush it anymore. Do have to be a little bit careful because I have a bit of a track record of over-pressurizing rooms by throwing oxide in them, but I think we should be fine. Maybe. Plus we've got this air conditioner running, and I don't think it's set up correctly, but that's something that I need to experiment with. But do now have enough oxygen in that room anyway, in theory, to take the helmet off. Right, let's pressurize this room. That would be quite a good starting point. And then it'll be a case of just building things out, making things look nice, experimenting with some of the other things as well. So I did see this linear rail, which essentially allows you to build a straight sort of like basically build rails, and then this sort of big sort of arm thing goes on it. And I know that there are sort of like hatches or airlocks or something. I need to do more experiment. I need to do more poking around with this, obviously. I'm not entirely sure. Again, you know, these streams are a way for me to kind of learn about some of the stuff, but also, you know, build stuff, obviously. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. Is it dynamic aircon? Is that the one that? Yeah, this is what I was looking for ages. The portable air conditioner. I couldn't remember what it was called. I knew that it was the air conditioner, but yeah, no. So this is an air conditioner that you can move around, but it's only good for a little bit. So you can set cold, set hot, give it power, and water. I don't know what the open bit does, but yeah. So yeah, that's another way that you can use to cool a room. And I've realised why my right, I've realised what was going on here. I was like, why is this not? Yeah, my atmosphere was being drained. That's another thing that I've got to sort out at some point. This may actually be a short stream tonight because I kind of need to plan some things, I think, to do. The reset of the temperature has kind of thrown me. I thought that this was going to be a little bit more complicated to set up, and it's not been. So yeah, I need to. You could probably do some bits in there, see if we can get that. Yeah, let's do some stuff outside. Maybe get the communications stuff built. That might not be the worst of ideas. Right, let's go outside. So communications is going to go probably on the top of this one. So I am going to need some steel, sort of flat wall, or cladding. Cladding might also work. Cladding may be better actually, because it's by default it's bright orange and it does look good, just as a flat surface just around here. Can spray paint these obviously, but I do like it in the sort of the big orange sort of, it's very reminiscent of like the NASA sort of big cladding, like the space. I think some of the spacesuits were orange and the like. But yeah, I like all the insulation on rockets and stuff was all this sort of big sort of bright orange, which is nice to see. So just clad this all up, and then we can have a little bit of a look into communications. Now, as a result of, is it the satellite dish? Yes, it's this one. Oh wait, there's a large one. Satellite dish. Oh, that is huge. That is going to need to be done down there somewhere. Okay, I can just drop it off the top of there. Right, it can't go up here. So that's fine. What could go up here though? So we've got, communications I think is off. You know what? You know what we could do? Let me just get my bearing. Yeah, so out the front here, we do need rockets. So, get some frames and let's get some iron frames. Get welding this stuff together. So I'm going to have a bit of a roadway this way. And then I'll level it all off with the drill later. I think here would be a good spot to put the rocket, so we got a little bit of a walk from the rocket. Yeah, the game has rockets. Is it the launch? Is it a launch mount? Support frames. Tweet beneath each pillar. It's not the launch mount. Is it that? There's a. The landing pads are not for rockets. Rocket engine. Rocket avionics. Is it actually just launch tower, I wonder? For support. I think it's these. Maybe it is this. Gas rocket engine. I guess. Inside an engine fuselage. Item kit fuselage. Engine mount needs to be on one of these. Requires, oh no. Wait a minute. No. Rocket launch tower, no. Where was the thing that I... Is it... Okay, that's the launch tower. Get fuselage, launch mount. Did it roll down into the abyss, possibly? Is it... It's been a while since I've built these. This one. Right. So this one requires a support frame below each pillar. Right. So I need to... I was going to say, what's one gen? Okay. Just toss that out. Right. That'll probably explode in a minute. It's fine. Right, so the launch mount placement requires a support frame beneath each pillar. What pillar? One out for Your support's still present. Okay. Maybe it needs... Oh, is it because what it wants is like yeah, okay, I think I understand it. In that what it wants is something along these lines. That will work. Okay. And then we want these ones. And then... Oh, right. Yeah, no. Almost, but not entirely right. Angle grinder. It's a case of yes, but not in that order. So it's kind of like this. And then like that. And then the fuselage would go in here. Yes, but we need to probably weld that up. So let's just get some iron sheet to start with. Just so I'm not constantly falling through everything while I'm building stuff. Just be a quick bit of welding just to finish these ones up. I don't need to, but I want to. Right, that should be fine. And then we just need some steel sheets. Screwdriver. And now a welding torch. That should now be complete. Then we need our fairings, which would be that one. Yep. Just needs to do that. Okay, then we need goodness sake. This got very suddenly got a lot more complicated, I feel, from how it used to be. Not a bad thing, certainly not, but a different thing, I think is the idea. What I need is some stairs. Just so that I can get up to this, and then some grate. No, Grating, that's the one. So now I can get up to here. I need pipes. No, not those. The other thing. These ones. And then steel sheets. I do like that the game does tell you what you actually need to complete stuff. Right, so that's that. And then we have, that was the launch mount, which, yes, that I think is only for the launch mount. Where's the fairings gone? I don't know, so I'm just what's it called? Or is it housing? It might have been housing. No. Literally just had them around, and I can't remember what it was. See if I can find them. Don't know where they rolled to. Probably help if I'd flattened this off. But yeah, so the rockets are quite complicated. There's a lot to sort of go on, and certainly, you know, I will probably want a computer up here if it's in here. Not entirely what I wanted, but it might be quite useful for having a display for looking at certain types of gases. So some motherboard slot for oh, sorry, it's a circuit board. So gas, for example, you can have a gas display one with some glass. And then you could hook that into there and it would show you the gases, I would expect, anyway, with a little bit of logic behind it. I do not know where those fairings went. They were a weird one. And I can't remember what they were called. Rocket manufactory. See if I can see what I need. So I can put in rocket batteries. Oh, this it used to be, right, you'd have like a launch, I think it was like a launch pad, and then you had like a elevator type thing that kind of went up, and then you just basically built a rocket on top, and it was much more simplistic than it is now. There's an awful lot more bits, and it doesn't help that the rocket I mean, if I was to just spawn one of these instead of, oh, it was called a fuselage, wasn't it? And there's multiple types of fuselage kit, and I don't know what the difference between any of them are going to be, but yeah, so is that how I can? How do you see inside? Do you just have to go up? Oh, okay. You can kind of go inside. No, you can't go inside. You can sort of place stuff within. It's a little bit awkward to put everything in, but yeah, you can sort of do it that way. And they've kind of got mounting things inside the rocket that you can put your stuff into. That is going to be another thing to add to the list of stuff I want to learn about this game. But I think for now I'm going to end this here. Oh, for goodness sake, why are you not? Just because I need to have a bit more of a plan of actually what I want to do on these streams. I thought that was going to take a little bit longer than it did inside. So yeah, I'm going to end this here. So with that, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.